So where could you vote for Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? That's a great question because if you're in a state like Michigan, North Carolina, Wisconsin, any battleground state, really, then this is kind of a little confusing because sometimes you're hearing that, okay, you're not going to be able to vote for him. He's taking his names off. Other times you're hearing that, oh, wait, in Michigan, in Wisconsin, he's actually getting sued to stay on. Okay, but check this out. Holden tweeted sharing this article today from News Nevada saying that RFK Jr. will not appear on Nevada ballot. Okay, that's good, right? I believe that's good. That's exactly what Kennedy wanted, right? That's what he wanted for his supporters because now he's encouraging his supporters in battleground states and swing states to actually throw their support behind President Trump. So that's really interesting. And you know what? We actually have Fox News talking about this as well. This came out today. Nicole Shanahan also showed up. Check this out. It is a great video.
Jr. left the race to endorse Donald Trump and asked his voters to throw their support behind him. But there's a problem. He can't get off the ballot. He's filed in multiple states to remove his name. He wants to. And some swing states have agreed. But at least two are refusing. Big ones. Michigan and Wisconsin. Jocelyn Benson, Michigan's Democrat Secretary of State, told NBC News, quote, minor party candidates cannot withdraw. Not allowed. So his name will remain.
Wow.
And Democrat members of the Wisconsin Election Commission pointed to a state law that says once a candidate is filed for office, they must remain on the ballot unless they die. They voted on that. Joining us now is Nicole Shanahan, RFK Jr.'s former running mate. So
I know that's going to upset some people already. I could tell. I know the people and the commenters so well. Like former running mate. No. She's still the running mate in 40 states. I hear you. All right, let's move on.
thanks for being here, Nicole. So Kamala, they show her having a slight edge over Trump in Real Clear Politics polling averages for Michigan and Wisconsin. It's very early. It's very close. Are you worried that if they do get their way and keep your former running mate's name on the ballot, it will confuse some people with enough votes to think he's still in the race that it could change the outcome of those races? Is that what they want?
Well, our status right now is TBD. In fact, there are paths for us to continue to fight to get off the ballots in those states. I also just want to make clear, Pete, that we are remaining on the ballot intentionally on many other states. We should be on about 40 state ballots. We are suspended, but we're not fully withdrawn. We are running this race with the kind of integrity we set out to. We did set out to win it. And at this point right now, we've formed a coalition government, a coalition partnership with Donald Trump. And we.
I just want to say real quick that I love how so much of their strategy in policies as well as here, you could just see that they are so like non-black and white. Like they just know that the truth is in the gray. Okay, and that's why like so confusing these days. It's like, are they on? Are they off? It's like the answer is yes, really, because what they're trying to do has genuinely never been done before. Like with they are partnering with the GOP. They are partnering with President Trump, but at the same time, they are still representing this movement. Okay, and I know you could debate semantics, so on and so forth. Like even Fox News is calling them the former running mate, right? This is like the past campaign. It's like no, it's still alive. It is still present, although the game has changed. But the reason why it's kind of uncomfortable is because this hasn't happened before, and I think that's so exciting. Like I think history will remember this moment and they'll come back to this and say, you know what? This election was monumental because we saw essentially two parties not collide, but actually embrace each other. And they did it in a way where it wasn't discrediting the other, but it was actually building them up at the same exact time. They're encouraging each other. They're embracing each other. And I just love that so much.
and we've got a great team. And so we're figuring it out every day. We're quickly becoming ballot legal experts. And I think that, as we make it state by state, we're going to have more to announce to folks.
So the Democrats didn't want you in the race. They didn't want you on the ballot. They didn't want you to have Secret Service protection. Now you're out of the race in swing states. They've removed Secret Service protection. But
could we talk about that too? Like, how corrupt is it that they removed Secret Service protection from RFK Jr.? Like, how is that okay? He's still on the ballot, guys. So many people will be able to vote for him. Millions could still vote for him. And you remove Secret Service. It's so interesting because that almost makes him like, if I was RFK Jr., I would actually want to be closer to President Trump if I don't have Secret Service anymore. Just because, like, hey, he does. I know I'm going to be protected if I'm next to this guy. That makes sense to me. But wow, I don't know I don't know what you're thinking, Biden. I really don't. Or Biden Harris, truly.
But they won't remove you from the ballot. So I know you've got a strategy about swing states versus other states, and I'm sort of confused about that. We can ask about that. But is this just another example of how Democrats have been after your campaign from the beginning, and now they want to use you in swing states till the end?
Yeah, it's incredibly disingenuous. I testified yesterday in the New York case where they've been putting probably millions of dollars at this point to prevent us from being on the New York state ballot. So it's really ironic that they're changing their position. We're keeping them on their toes. But again, I just want to make clear our goal when we set out to run this race was to break the duopoly. And we're mixing things up. We're doing what we can to show the American public that third parties can contend and they're very strong challengers, and that there's an enormous amount of value in an independent movement that can leverage its position to get many of these issues front and center. The issues that these third parties represent, in our case, it's making America healthy again.
We've certainly mixed it up. You've certainly introduced that as a serious topic, which when I talk to people resonates with a lot of folks out there. And it will be interesting to see how.
I love that so much. I love that Shanahan and RFK Jr. are genuinely getting so much love these days and how MAGA has essentially embraced them completely. I also love this post that Shanahan actually shared just a couple hours ago. Someone commented or someone shared this to X and they were like, MAGA folks are so difficult. They just accept us Maha peeps as we are and show us love and welcome us in. Who would have thought? Isn't that crazy? They treat us like people. Wow. That is really tough to take. And all the praise and kindness really gets on one's nerves. Don't y'all think? Seriously, are these MAGA people nice or something? Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you saying that the media has lied to you? Are you saying that the media is so disingenuous that it actually has painted an entire group of people inappropriately? Could the media actually do something like that? Huh. That's wild. And Nicole Shanahan quote tweets this and says, "What is MAGA? Really?" Some on the left like to paint it as a basket of deplorables, a group of reprobates. The media fuels this narrative, spreading what I've come to learn are easily debunked hoaxes, like the false claim that Trump praises neo-Nazis and Charlottesville as good people. The accusation that Trump incited an insurrection on January 6th, also false. And the assertion that Trump called all illegal immigrants rapists and murderers, again, false. But then you meet MAGA supporters in person, exactly, outside of the media, and it quickly becomes clear. At least it did for me. Also, same here. MAGA people that I've known, they are the sweethearts of the planet. I am telling you. Like, people on the left, they're precisely the polar opposite of them, and I still want to show them love just because I know it's easy to be there. Okay? I know it's easy to accept what the media tells you as truth, and it's easy to just not think that they would lie to you. That's easy. It really is. It takes some work to actually check the sources, um, understand that the media is a business and they're trying to sell ad space and they're trying to generate clicks. So sometimes they need to over sensationalize things and topics, it's easy, okay, to just not embrace that reality. But MAGA people, and they just know the game. They know the game. They know where we're at, and I just love that so much. And she goes on and says that the vast majority deeply care about our country's security and prosperity, want a safe and healthy environment for the kids, and desire a government that is efficient and works for them, not the other way around. What is so wrong with that? Absolutely nothing. Maybe it's time for a former Democrat turned independent to dig a little deeper into what MAGA truly stands for and break it down for voters. Wow. I love that so much. Also, another based response from Robert Kennedy Jr. that is making waves today. It has has over a quarter million views. It was shared by Colin Rugg. He says Robert F. Kennedy Jr. comes out with an insane new proposal to end obesity in America. Okay, and get this. Wait. It's not a drug. Whoa, it's not a drug. Are you kidding me? This is with Dr. Phil. Check this. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought things like food and exercise actually matter so much? You don't need to stick something in your body. What you need to stick in your body is fruit and vegetables. Give yourself a salad. Come on, drink some water. What is going on here? And like the fact that this is groundbreaking is just crazy. Wow. Your government hates this idea. Why? Why do they want you sick? That's a good question. Why does the government why would they rather keep you sick than give you the nutrients to be more effective, to be essentially a better citizen? Why? That's a good question. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Other news that I thought was really interesting today is this article posted by Axios. And look at this. They say they're sharing that they're sharing this straight up. Harris flip flops on building the border wall. Do you remember that? You remember the wall? Remember how Kamala says that no, this thing is terrible. We shouldn't have this. This is so un-American. Ooh, it's such a waste of money. Well, you know what she's saying now? She's saying, "Build the wall, build the wall." Whoa! It doesn't sound like that. Doesn't sound like the Democratic Party at all. But that's exactly where Kamala Harris is right now. She says if she's elected president, Kamala Harris pledges to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on the wall along the southern border, a project she once opposed and called un-American during the Trump administration. Now, personally, if you ask me what I think about this, I'm going to say I think this is great. I think this is good. I think it's right when someone flip flops on an idea, right? Now, does it make her inconsistent? You could say that. You can make that argument. But if someone's going to be inconsistent, let them be inconsistent in a way that pushes humanity forward, right? You know, there's this other creator, other poster from All In. They said this is more than a flip flop. This is like saying Trump was right about anything. You could say that. Jason from All In said, "Congrats, Kamala Harris, on two very original and brave stances. One, no, not taxing tips, and two, building a wall at our southern border." Wow. And Ashley St. Clair commented, she has a top comment here. It says, Magamala. Magamala. I love to see it. And you know what? Let me share one quick tweet that I wrote a couple days ago because I think it's important in this whole battleground of ideas. Okay. Someone shared this right after RFK Jr. endorsed uh, President Trump. Okay. They were like, this didn't age well because RFK Jr. on what is this, May 10th, 2023, he wrote, just to quell any speculation, under no circumstances will I join Donald Trump on an electoral ticket. our positions on certain fundamental issues, our approaches to governance, and our philosophies of leadership could not be further apart. Okay, that's what this person wrote. They wrote, this did not age well. Okay, and I quote tweeted them, and I said, who's gonna tell this person that it's not May 10th, 2023? The world has changed. The election has changed. People have been lost. Systems have been abused, and campaigns have been suffocated. People are allowed to grow, develop a new understanding, and change their mind. I stand by those words. I stand by those words because that's just what I'm going to hold people to. I know I change my mind. I give myself permission to change my mind in the future. I believe in that. I believe in people growing and changing. So when I see something like this, right? Harris flip-flops, like I don't know if that should be criticized more than it should be celebrated. If someone has a new understanding and they decide, you know what, I think that's actually a better idea. I think the other administration has a better idea. They have a better understanding on this conversation than I do. And they embrace that perspective. I think that should be celebrated. Really, I don't know if we should attack Harris for this more than we should celebrate when good ideas are embraced. Anyways, let me know what you think about all that. I'd love to know your perspective there. Let me know if you agree with me on this or if you disagree. Please, I think I welcome this here. Really, like I believe that we're better together when we share our ideas and we let those ideas marinate. Truly. Okay? Let me know what you think about these conversations that we had. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you all next time. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching and listening. I appreciate your time so much, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to support what we're building here, please like and subscribe. It means a lot, and it really helps us out. And if you want to see even more content from me, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be sharing a lot more on there. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.